And when we whoop enough ass, everybody gonna get in line and do right.
All right, peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum, shalom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, family, we are back as we promised, and we are ready. We are ready. The title of this topic tonight is The Time for Battle. The Time for Battle. For those who have a weak heart, you might not want to be in here today. You might not want to be in here today. Today may not be your day. Today is the day for warriors. And we're going to let the warriors speak today. And we ain't going to hold nothing back. There's things that we have to understand. See, some of our people are so tender-hearted. They want to love everybody. They want to love everybody. They want to be there for everybody. And that's just not that day. That's just not the day. That's not the time. That's not where we are. And so I want us to make sure that we understand, because a lot of people think, or some people think that, God doesn't want you to kill nobody. That's a sin to kill. That is a sin to kill. It's a sin to murder, but it ain't a sin to kill. Now, we're going to do I'm going to share the screen and go in your Bible and show you where there is a time to kill. Since that's where you have your problem with. You want to love everybody today. But we're gonna deal with that. So this is Ecclesiastes 3. And it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every people under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast stones, away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silent, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time to hate, a time to hate, a time of war, a time of war, a time of peace. So everything there's a time for. See, our time of being slaves, our time of being passive, our time of being the footstool for our enemy, that time is up. That time is up, is over with. A time for war, a time for hate, a time to kill. The enemy that we deal with doesn't love you. Doesn't love you. I don't give a damn if you are in America, you in Brazil, you in any country in Africa, you in Britain, you in France, you in Australia, you in Germany, you in Japan, you in China. You don't get no love from the enemy. And see, black people, we have a problem because we want to carry the water for every other people. When they're getting done unjustly, we want to join in and protest for them. And I understand it. I understand that. Because you are the mother, the father of all creation. And see, that's why black is not national, black is universal. So you feel for people when you see them done wrong. That's natural, that's your nature. But you got to understand now that they use your own godly nature against yourself. Because you'll fight for them, you'll cry for them. But it's when it's your turn, who gonna stand for you? You don't see them nowhere around. Who gonna cry for you? You don't see them nowhere around. See, it has gotten to be hip, cool, to wear a shirt that say Black Lives Matter, to hold up a sign that say Black Lives Matter. But where it really comes, where you can show that it matters, that it means something, you don't do a damn thing. You don't do a damn thing. People have said that George Floyd's death, and this was from his brother. His brother said this. George Floyd's death changed the world. And when he said that, I'm like, nigga, what are you seeing that I ain't seeing? Because I don't see no world changed. I don't see that. And we should never be dumb enough just because a family member of the person who died says something that we know damn well is not right, that we should not challenge it because they are from the family of the dead. No, it is our duty to challenge it. It is our duty to point it out because they got to see the reality for what it is. Because it's unfortunate that their family member is dead, yet we still are alive and may be the next victim if we don't handle the situation properly. We're at the end of their time. We're at the end of their rulership. We're at the end of their power. We had our brother, I believe, in Atlanta that killed the police. Police came up on him being big and bad, and he killed the cracker. They arrested him, took him to jail, tried him, but could not get him convicted where they wanted him to be convicted. Instead of, I think it was like murder one or something like that, it was the jury agreed on manslaughter, a way lesser crime. That should have let you know power is broken. Things ain't the same. You got to be aware of that. Because if you're doing the wrong thing that you've done, that was done yesterday, that was done during the civil rights movement, you're not in step with the time. And you start doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, and you lose your life. This is the time for battle. This ain't the time to run and hide. This is the time for battle. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our two other hosts, Sister Cassie and Brother Isaiah. I want to welcome Sister Mayat to the program. Peace and blessings, Queen. We're glad that you're here. We want to welcome Brother Willie Rivers to the program. Peace and blessings, big bro. We're glad that you're here. And as I said, tonight it's gonna be a hot program. So if you got heart problems, you ain't gonna want to be around, and not tonight, because we going in tonight. We're gonna rile you up. A brother who asked to said he wanted to follow me, walk with me a few years ago. I told him to go look at my YouTube channel, and then you see my messages. You come back and you tell me that you still want to walk. He came back. He said, "Oh no, brother, I can't walk with you. I can only watch because you fire and I'm water. So I'll watch you from a distance. If you ain't that fire, if you scared to be fire, this may not be the place for you tonight." Peace and blessings, Sister Cassie. Come on in here.
How's everybody doing? Let's go. I'm ready. I am ready. Oh my goodness. I had a great day today. I was running late again. I don't know what it is with Mondays. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna be all good. It's time to get busy, you know. It's time. I mean, you read it to him. You can't do nothing else with that. You can't even disagree with that. David murdered, right? David was he was a bad dude. That David would kill you looking at you, and he didn't care. And he said, "God, I will build you a temple." And God said, "You got too much blood on your hand, David." David would ask, and he gave him permission, and they were done. Okay. I mean, we have so many more. Moses, okay, didn't he kill somebody that was bothering his brother? Okay,
right.
So let's stop all the nonsense. This is nonsense when you say, "Oh, that's what your pork chop pastors told you," but you need to read that word for yourself. This Elijah, two kids, some kids talking about making fun of Elijah, and he called the bears down on him. Don't play with me. We talking about kids that was rude and undisciplined, and he called the bears, and they came and ate their behinds up. So don't play with me. Y'all better read this word. If you're gonna sit up there and make excuses, just say you're scared. That's all. Just say you're scared, because it's on. It's time. I mean, unless you want to keep on going through. I'm tired of going through what I'm seeing. I mean, I seen the guy that got a Rodney King 2020 beat down. I mean, 2023 beat down, 2024. Okay, whatever year it is. And that's crazy. They still doing that, and we still not doing nothing. That's since slavery. What the hell? What are we doing? What are we waiting for? I told y'all, all y'all got to do was act like you ready to fight. And we got the backup, y'all. We got the backup. Y'all stop being scared. But I mean to go in there. Go ahead. I'll rest my mic. Go ahead. That's the introduction. How about that?
There we go. And I want to welcome T. Ann Poole to the program. Peace and blessings. And yes, I did hear about the woman shot by the 81-year-old devil, and we will get into that today. I got the video clip of that, so we're gonna get into that too. We ain't leaving nothing up for second guess. And you know, as Sister Cassie talked about that, you know, it's good, it's fine to pray that our God kill our enemies. I don't give a damn how young they are. I don't give a damn how old they are. They trouble the righteous.
Yep, that's right. They got to go.
Give them a prayer. Give them a prayer, God damn it, because you've troubled too long. And they think it's sweet. They think it's fun. Send death their way so they can understand. Don't touch my anointing. Do my people no wrong. We are God's people. And it's time to get into that action. Peace and blessings, Brother Isaiah. You want to come on in and make your statement?
Oh shit. All right, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm in the middle of eating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take my time and say what we always say. Uh, that there's no time like this time. The enemy within and without, as you say in your closing statement, you kill a nigga in you, I kill a nigga in me, and our God will reign supreme. Right? We are black folk today, tomorrow, and forever. You can't get no more clear than that. The nigga in you and me is doubt. That's it. There's no doubt in my mind as to what is going on in the world. You can see it, and as we discussed this yesterday, Sister Cass, you can feel it. Let me say that again. You can feel it. You can feel the change in the air. There's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts in my mind, in my heart, in my soul as to what is happening. You can say it's Aquarius age and whatever the case may be, but in the end, evil will always destroy itself. Always, ALWAYS, and in always, ALLWAYS, and that pride comes before the fall. This is all biblical. This is all what our ancestors have been saying all along. When you participate in evil, it will always destroy you to whatever degree that you do it to and that you do it in. If you do it with 5% of the seven deadly sins or whatever evil that you're doing, then you know it's not going to really hurt you that bad because you got 95% of the time that you're doing something good, something righteous, something just. But when you flip that script, when you're doing 95% Israel and only 5% good Israel, or whomever the case may be, individually or collectively, you suffer in the end. And your blindness to your downfall, even if you read the handwriting on the wall, it is still so prevalent, it is still so significant that it is mind boggling that they don't see it, that I don't see it if I participate in evil because I don't want to actualize, realize, accept the consequences of my action. And this is what is going on. White folk need to, let me take that back. I'm using the wrong word. These troglodyte niggas, these tail growing motherfuckers, these unrighteous, unjust people actually believe in their own bullshit. They actually believe that nothing's going to happen to them, Israel. That they can do whatever the hell they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. Oh, no, baby. No. You know, we black. If you get any inch, feet, or mile ahead of us by cheating as they have done, then, you know, we're going to lay back in the cut and be like, all right, you cheating ass motherfuckers. All right, all right, all right. Because you know they can't compete with us on an even level playing field. We dust their ass all the time. And I'm here to tell you, it ain't fun when the lion got the gun. It ain't fun when the lion got the gun because now the lion has the right to tell the truth. And this is all of what we have to do. These people are not human. They're not white. They're not Anglo-Saxon. They're not Protestant. They're not Protestant. They're not Anglo-Saxon. They're not Saxon. They're not European. They're not Caucasian. They are the worst niggas on the planet. Troglodyte niggas is what their scientific names are. Predators, or I think lo que esto, lo que ellos, damn, let me switch my English back on. They are troublemakers. They have always been troublemakers. They have never created one civilization, not one language, not one concept of morality, not one concept of dignity and respect. And we talked about this the last time, Brother Muhammad. Do they deserve disrespect worldwide or respect? They deserve disrespect to the 100 billionth time. There's no end, there's no and, there's no if, there's no but about that shit in my mind. And we gonna get that ass because we are the daddy. And to wrap it up, I can't think of the black historian said, I think it was Carter G. Wilson. Don't Carter G. Woodson. Don't quote me on it. But he said the only thing the black man owes the white man is an ass. And they got that coming in the past, now, and forevermore in the future. They're going to be made into our footstool. And I'll go back at it.
All right. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. You know, definitely in America, we have the police that will kill our children. White folks will kill our children. And it has been historically understood that they never saw us as human beings. They never saw us as real people. One of them said that we were just a little above domestic dogs. We were just a little bit above domestic dogs. Now, these are the same demons that couldn't get shit done if it wasn't for us. I mean, you go and you look at the record and you search the record and you will see they wouldn't have been free if it wasn't for us. And after we worked to help them win against the British, then they said, send the niggas back to the slavery plantation. All round up them free niggas and send them back to this plantation. Them niggas ain't free. They give you a word. Yeah, we'll take care of you. We did it, and then they lie. They lie. You can't trust anything that comes out of their mouths because they consistently lie. And so, you know, the British cracker, when he was dealing with Shaka Zulu, and they had to wait for their troops to come in, he said, if we can't bribe him, we can't give him the trinkets, we'll give them our double talk and get them lost in the double talk. Get you confused in the double talk. And that's how they do to you still to this very day. Still to this very day, they get you with the double talk. Because you have not understood the depths of this enemy. See, when you understand how low the enemy can go, then you're able to defeat the enemy. But when you don't understand how low they can go, you'll never be able to defeat them because you can't conceive the levels that they will stoop to. So when they drop another level and you're shocked because you didn't conceive that they would do that. These demons were thinking, you know, let's just put the niggas in ovens. Let's just put them in ovens. And it's going to be okay. Ain't nobody going to say nothing. That they were willing to do to you what Germany did to those Jews. But see, even before Germany did it to those white crackers, they was in Namibia in Africa perfecting their ways of torture, perfecting their genocidal tactics on us, on our people. As Mayat said, they come in with the missionaries, then their merchants, and then lastly, the military. You can't see them as you see yourself, because that's a critical era, because they're not like you. They're nothing like you. And you have to understand that, and you have to know that. Their history is not a history that we made up. Their history is what they have done and what they still do, because nobody has held them accountable. Today, as we play the outro, and I say, this is the day of judgment. That means we have to go ahead and enact that duty. Maya said, I just read a book where white men stated openly that they were happy to roast our bodies. They have in Mississippi, and probably in other parts of the South as well, burn pits. And as I was going through there, and I was wondering, how many of our people did they burn in those burn pits? What is the countless number of our people that was burned in the burn pits? See, they did this thing with a smile. They did this thing happy. What is that, Sister Mary Turner? Where they killed her husband, and because she protested that they killed her husband, the evil that they did to her, I tied her upside down, beating her, and even cut the baby out. Mary Turner's name, you should never forget. You should never forget. This thing is real. When Malcolm X said that the Black woman is the most disrespected and unprotected woman on the planet, and when you think about Mary Turner, if you got some doubt about the status of the Black woman, you listen to Mary Turner. I was talking to my friend today, and she was saying about the disrespect that she received. And her profession is an honorable profession, but the students are so damn disrespectful that you dare to disrespect her and treat it as if it's a joke. As if it's a joke. Because the parents, and this is where Sister Cassie rule come in crystal clear, because the parents don't teach the children as they should. Wipe them all the hell out. Wipe them out because you know damn good. You know damn good. We got to begin to make examples of people. We got to make examples of them. Because this is already out of hand. Don't think, well, people going to think I'm mean. It ain't even about that. It's about what's right and what's wrong. You know how that cracker made you respect his woman? Because you know damn well, you make that white woman cry, your ass in some trouble. You in some trouble. He taught you how to respect this woman or he gonna whoop your ass. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. The black woman must be respected, must be protected. They got to get that ass whooped when they step out of line. That's right, Maya. Maya said, even when you go to the market, they pluck out the bad apples. It's a factor of life. It's a factor of life. That's right. Chickens have come home to roost. And the first thing you got to do is get rid of that illogical and unreasonable fear. You got to get rid of that. Because it's the fear that stops you from acting like a man. It's the fear that stops you from doing what you know damn well need to be done. It ain't like you don't know the answer to the problems we face. The problem is that you don't have the courage to carry it out. See, when I got out the military and we showed up and we told them crackers, either I'm going free because y'all don't have no authority over me, or we're going to kill every last one of you. And we meant that we would kill every last one of you. And we didn't show up with no weapons because we ain't had no weapons. But we had a determined mind that I was walking off that base free or they would be dead. And as you see, I walked off that base free. And it was the statement that shocked the whole damn base. They were, because they never seen a black man walk in and tell the colonel, the sergeant major, the first sergeant, you don't have authority over me. You're not God to me. They never saw it. And then I walked off scot-free. No, I didn't get a dishonorable. I got an other than honorable discharge. Other than honorable. And it never stopped me on anything that I had to get done. Because I understood if Allah doesn't give me a blessing, it ain't a damn thing the cracker can do for me. My blessings comes from the God on high, not from no cracker. So I lived my life that way. When you know what real authority is, who are you to bow down to this enemy? Who are you to do the bidding of this enemy? When I heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say, if a gnat or anything smaller took a morsel of bread off the white man's table, he don't have the authority to call a gnat back. So if he can't call a gnat, what the hell do I look like bowing down to them? What the hell do you look like bowing down to them? You got to stand up. And the God will stand with you. When they called the military police and they looked in the room and said, I don't see nothing wrong, and left, I said, God is with us. That was confirmation that you're doing the right thing. That was confirmation. And when I talked to my military friends that was with me then, and they saw this thing go down, and now their bodies are all broken down, knees messed up, back messed up. And they're like, Reese, you still with that black stuff? I said, I'm still with it. I'm still with it. There ain't nowhere else for me to go. I'm going to always be with this black stuff. And they said, man, we're proud of you, bro. Because what you did blew our minds. It blew our minds because they couldn't conceive of a nigga, because that's how they thought, of a nigga telling a white man no, and I'm going to kill all of you if you don't let me go. They couldn't conceive of that. But see, when God got you, ain't nothing impossible for you to do. Nothing. And you got to know that. You got to know that. Because I was following my leader's instructions, because he said, if I was you, I'd get out that army. If I was you, I'd get out that white man's military. He said, you didn't hear me. If I was you, I'd get out. I said, he doesn't say it. I gotta go. I gotta go. And I was a soldier. But as I was waking up and seeing who they really are, and understand that they was using me to further their illegal and unjust goals of robbing from our people, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. My first sergeant said, before you got that goddamn Islam in you, you was a top soldier. But that goddamn Islam corrupted you. He said you would have been sergeant major of the army. You had a good future. No, I wasn't born to be a nigga like you. That wasn't my calling. That wasn't my way. But I had to go through that way to develop the strength to be able to stand. I had to go that way to learn tactics, to learn maneuvers. I had to go that way to learn to depend on my God to bring me out. I had to go that way. And it made me who I am today. I don't punk out against the federal government, state government, city government. I done defeated them all. God made me a fighter for the benefit of our people. And that's what I do. And I don't worry about it. I don't second guess it. I don't lose, because the God that made us backs me. And that's why we got to go and get what is ours. We got to go and get what is ours. Period, point blank. Maya said, that's right. Our people are fighting to uphold the interests of those who oppose us and others worldwide. That is absolutely right. Sister Cassie, you want to come on in here and say something before I go to the first video?
Go ahead and play the video. I'm okay. Go ahead. You did good. I can't come behind that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh man,
ma'am.
can't come behind that. You said it all. I hope they're understanding though. I hope they getting it. You
Yes.
know, we can only talk so much, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We can only say so much,
Exactly.
you know. But it's
Exactly.
it's just so sad how we how and I just found out that they police us. We don't police ourselves, but the Asians, they have their own police department in America, and the Jews,
Yes.
they police themselves, but we don't.
That's
Tell
right.
me why.
That's right.
There was a place in Georgia where those white folk in Georgia, Buckhead, was separating, right? And I said, well, hey, if they separating, why don't y'all separate? They got their own little city. You have your own little area. You know, when they do stuff, you go
Mm-hmm.
back and do it too. You know, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
do that. We don't take advantage of
Mm-hmm.
those opportunities because those are opportunities. We're gonna do what
Exactly.
you do, so you gonna bomb you. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna do what you did. But
That's right.
I'm just saying, it's a lot.
That's right. That's right. You know, Brother Robert says it takes stepping out on faith
Yeah,
that gives you the courage to challenge the forces of Satan.
that's right.
And that's right. We got to step out there on faith. Now, this first video is the video that what is our family member's name? That T. Ample said talked about with the sister being shot by the 80-year-old devil. And so let's go ahead and check this out.
Behind me is where a scam call turned deadly, and I'm going to step out of the way here so you can get a look here. The man who lives here is accused of shooting and killing an Uber driver. He now faces a murder charge and potential other charges. According to reports,
What in
authorities
the heck?
Brock
See,
had
y'all
been
finna make me mad.
threatening scam calls the morning of March 25th. The calls were concerning an incarcerated relative, and Brock was told to meet at the courthouse to pay a ransom of $12,000 in bail money, or they would kill him and his relative. Around the same time of the call, Lolitha Hall received directions from the same person or an accomplice, instructing her to go to Brock's home to pick up a package for delivery. Dashcam video from Hall's car shows her arrive to Brock's home to pick up that package.
She's limping and everything. What in the world?
The sheriff's office, Brock allegedly had a gun. This video appears to confirm that. The incident report says Brock allegedly took Hall's phone and wouldn't let her leave, and when she tried to go, authorities say Brock then shot Hall. They started fighting, and he shot her 2 more times. Authorities received a call from Brock saying he had shot someone on his property because they were trying to rob him. When units arrived, they found Hall with multiple gunshot wounds, and Brock was bleeding from his head. Hall was flown to Kettering Hospital in Dayton, where she died. Reports say while officials were on scene, Brock's landline phone kept ringing, and when one officer picked it up, the man on the other line said he was an officer. And the real officer explained what happened and asked the caller to meet. And he agreed, but never showed up. We reached out to Uber, and they responded with this statement saying in part, quote, "There is no other way to describe this incident than a horrific tragedy. Our hearts continue to be with Lolitha's loved ones as they grieve her sudden loss. We have been in contact with law enforcement and remain committed to supporting their investigation." End quote. Uber also went on to say the account of the individual who ordered the Uber trip has been banned. The sheriff's office is also reminding
This don't make
residents
sense.
to be extra cautious and that no law enforcement agency or court
It don't make
will
sense.
call you and demand for bail money over the phone. That goes for any other court functions as well. Reporting in Springfield, Grace Hewitt, 2 News.
No, it makes no sense whatsoever.
We still want to walk around with no candy bars, huh? Okay, y'all still now. If she had a candy bar, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You push him down because he old as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Push him down, then you shoot him in his head.
Mm-hmm.
You defending yourself because I'm feeling threatened. He got a whole gun on you.
Exactly, and he got the gun cocked too.
Red.
The little lever back there is pulled back, so he ready to fire.
He ready. She went up there to
ready.
get a package. What kind of package? What do we get packages in Ubers? I didn't know we go to deliver packages from the house. Where you going to there and tell me you getting a package for? See, let me just tell y'all something. If we didn't have to put up with this, if y'all separate immediately, this type of stuff, she would have been alive. I'm just saying. We putting up with a whole lot of nonsense because we don't want to separate from these demons, devils. We want to continue thinking that and I was talking to a girl the other day, and she, I told her, she know how I feel. And she said, well, Cassie, all of them ain't bad. I said, well, let me just tell you a scripture. God told me that ain't nothing good about nothing. There's nothing good about them. So you trying to tell me, he told me to be careful. He told me ain't nothing good about them. He said, he called them spittle, which is spit. Okay. He told me in his word that there's nothing good, but you want to tell me that some of them are good? You can believe that, but I'm not going to believe that because I'm going to believe his word. I'm not going to believe what Pastor Porkchop told me. I'm going to believe what he told me. He said, ain't nothing about them people good. And we already know who Synagogue of Satan is, okay, right? Okay, we know who they are. We know that these are his children. We know that there's a curse attached to their women. So when our men look at those women, those demons, okay, because they have that spirit attached to them, they automatically get drawn to those women. They can't even help it. Because this is a spiritual thing, because you ain't got no business mess with them in the first place. Exactly. But now that you know that there's a spirit attached to them, you have to understand what's going on. Those are Satan's children. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. He uses them to kill, steal, and destroy. And you still, because God told you, look at the fruits. Look at the fruits. The fruits that I see from them devils, they come to kill, steal, and destroy. Whose attributes are those families? Not God's. So we want to still call them friends, who God called them nothing, and he said ain't nothing good about them.
That's right.
I rest my mic. That's crazy.
That's right.
That's crazy. That's right. Somebody's mama. But I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to just say in Cassieland, he wouldn't have been walking. In Cassieland, you have permission to take him and his lineage out.
Exactly.
In Cassieland.
Exactly. Maya said, when we created them, the God stopped walking among us. The Spirit revealed this to me. And what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught goes right in hand with that. Right in hand with that. And I don't want our people to think that when you look at these old crackers, that they just, they don't mean nothing.
Harmful. They are very harmful. Because they use that. That's the same thing that happened to a little baby that walked up and knocked on the door. He shot through the door. And darn near killed that baby.
Through the door.
Oh my goodness. That's through the door.
Through the door.
And his grandson came on there and told my granddaddy racist. He told us. My granddaddy racist. But the boy went up there knocking on his door, didn't even know he was the wrong address. So you gonna shoot and kill? You gonna shoot and almost kill the boy? But we don't want to have our leaf blowers with us. Y'all go ahead and go ahead. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
It's just like that video where that black lady, the black sister, was, I guess, a home care worker for the white woman, for that old white woman who took and spit in her face while she was washing the dishes. You remember that?
I remember it. I'm just saying that wouldn't have worked for me.
Man.
See, I'm not even gonna put myself in that atmosphere to have to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? They come to me, that's different, but I'm not gonna go in their house. I'm not gonna go over there. I don't mess with them like that. I don't mess with them like that. I don't. This right here is our fault. Because we ain't got no business. Separate. God separated us. Our ancestors separated us. What did we do? We came back under them because we thought it was some of them. Martin Luther King told you, who was a traitor. He told you to come back under them. And I have a dream. That wouldn't have been my dream, honey. I said, bro, that's your dream. That ain't my dream, because I don't want to hold hands with them devils. Because I know what they all about. And then nobody has sense enough to say nothing. Everybody was in agreement to come together with them. And you gave up everything that God gave you. Your asses wouldn't be at the bottom if you had stayed separated from them. Mark my words. Your asses wouldn't have been, you wouldn't be sitting up here, can't half eat now. If you hadn't came back together with them devils. He did not tell you to come together with them. He did not. I don't give a damn who had a dream. He should have had a dream and took his family over there. You see what happened to him with his dream. Now, if that was a God dream, he'd still be alive. But because it wasn't a gift, a God's dream, Satan set him up and he sleep today.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot of black folks sleep today, mess with them crackers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I want to remind us of that video with the black worker and this white lady, because
who is this Black Truth? Hold on, who is this Black Truth? You better get it together, Black Truth. Who is that? Black women does more damage to the family. What the hell are you talking about? I ain't got time for that tonight. Got to get the worst cussing. Ooh, I ain't got time for your ignorance tonight. You better wake up, buddy. You better wake up.
Yeah.
You better wake. This is not about black women. This is not about black men. This is about how we hate y'all.
Exactly.
This is about how we not tolerating your behind.
Exactly.
Every time they come around, they want to create havoc. Get your ass out of here. Get. Scat demon. Get behind me, Satan. Because that's all you is right now.
Moderators, make sure y'all handle that in the chat. Let's keep it what it need to be. This is our house.
Let's keep
we don't have no foolishness up in here.
That's foolishness right there.
Exactly.
Bye. Exactly. Bye, Linda. Lisa, Linda. That's division right there. We have to recognize when stuff like that happens. We have to recognize that. We have to recognize that that's what they come to do. They come to divide. And that's what's going on in black folk now. The division came from them. And then they threw the rock and then they disappeared. And that's what they do. That's all they know how to do is divide and conquer. See, that's that spirit right there. Thank you for showing us yourself, Black Truth. Have a good night. Exactly. But that right there, that's what we have to recognize. When stuff like that happens, you got to start recognizing that and picking up on that.
Exactly.
That's all they know how to do. Is divide and conquer.
Exactly. Brother Robert says the most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that white people have a nature like fire and we have a nature like water. They get angry quicker while we are slow to anger. We are like boiling water. If you take a life outside the law of justice, then you have to pay with your life. That's and, right. You know, I want us to, because I want to show this video with the old lady and the caretaker, because in here, what I saw, one thing that I saw that I want us to get corrected is how we value ourselves versus how we value our cell phone. Because you notice when the cracker went for her cell phone, then she had a little pushback, you know, she had a little fight then. But while she doing this stuff and spitting on her person, there was no fight.
Right.
There was none. And see, that's a misplaced, that's not, You right. Are more valuable than a cell phone.
Yeah.
You should never let somebody disrespect you like that.
No, she shouldn't even got that close to her. She shouldn't have been in that house. You got so many black folk out here that need your assistance. You gonna go sit up there and babysit some cracker. Let that family take care of that spitting, that demon. Let that family take care. They don't even want to be bothered with her. So they gonna hire you. She already don't like black folk. But then y'all black folk go up there and take care of these crackers. Let their family take care of them. Let some other white folk. White folk don't want to be bothered with her. So they gonna come to the black people. Y'all come let their asses take care of their own people. Y'all stay out of their house. Go take care of your own. There's a black lady down the road from you that can use your help.
That's
y'all
right.
Stop acting crazy, sitting up there taking this abuse from them damn devils. You ain't got to put up with that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Just gonna be dumb continuously. Look at her. You ain't gonna stop her nothing. You gonna just sit there and keep on taking that demon. Look at her. Look at that devil right there.
Give me the knife. I'll give it to you in the back. I'll give it to you.
See?
In the back.
She telling you what they do. That's what they know how to do.
I'll give it to you. Or maybe in the front.
Look at
Think about it.
her.
I'm recording everything you're doing. I'll send it to your daughter. So keep doing
Get
that.
out of here. Get out of my house.
Okay, keep doing that.
Get out of my house.
Keep doing it.
Get out of my house. Now. Get out. Get out. I'm not afraid of
Look at
you.
that.
Mm.
Ain't no way in the world. I'd have left her ass right there. I wouldn't have been in the first place. That's crazy. The abuse we take for money. Look at her sneaking. Look at her walking up on her. And you not watching that demon? She already had a knife in her hand. Look at her.
Exactly.
And you ain't watching her? You crazy. Look at that devil. Ooh, she finna do something. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, she finna do something. Look at her. Look at that demon. Look at her. And then gonna look at her like they another do something.
Stop it.
No.
Stop.
No. No.
You
know
don't
what
sit
no
your ass.
means? I guess you don't.
Mm.
Uh-oh. That's a devil right there. That ain't nothing but a demon. It must be Black Truth Mama. Black Truth, tell your mama go sit her ass down somewhere. That's how your mama act, Black Truth. Ooh, y'all ain't got no training. Ooh, Black Truth, look at your mama. Ooh, them crackers. No, they got some demons and devils in them. Oh boy. They funny.
No, stop
Yes?
it.
No. No, I will
Stop
not
it.
stop it. I will not stop it. I will not. I will not. You know what that means? That means not. Means no.
Stop.
No.
I'm not gonna sit up there and keep telling you to stop. She know that spirit in her ain't gonna do nothing to her.
Mm-mm.
Look at her.
Earth Angel said that the African woman has more videos kissing this white woman.
Okay. Ain't that something? You go right ahead, Bertha Sue. Kizzy. Come to Kente daughter. Nobody got time for that craziness. Now I'm gonna repay it with whooping her ass. That's what I'm gonna repay it, Black Truth.
Stop it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, I will
Stop
not
it.
I ain't
stop it.
praying for nothing.
I
We,
will not
them
stop.
playing days over.
I will not.
Exactly.
Them forgiving days over, but bro, you got the wrong group. That's not what we do over here. That ain't what we do over here. We don't forgive and forget. She spit on already. You nasty.
Yeah.
Ooh, you nasty devil. I told you the Black Truth, mama. Look at her. She coming over there again. Woo! I can't take this. Woo! Look at her. Woo, my goodness. Girl, I done had enough of you. Ooh, I'd have terrorized her ass. Her ass wouldn't dare come over there. She would have been scared to get up.
Mhm.
She'd have been scared to get out that chair. Come over here if you want to. Look at her. I wouldn't have been over there. I wouldn't have been. You look at her, girl. You oh God.
Now you know back in her day, she was one of them crackers that smiling when we can hang. She makes sure everything that they can dish out on us, they do.
Ain't that something? That nasty,
Mhm.
nasty. Oh God. I hope she right. I hope she burning right now.
Mm, mm, mm.
I hope she burning right now.
Thinking rotten fire, just like you. And you're a liar and a thief
You're a liar and a thief.
and an actress.
She talking about herself. She is talking about herself. Look at her. Come over there again.
Mhm.
That devil ain't gonna sit down, is he? Hmm.
Don't take my car out there, because if you do, I will call the police and tell them to take
Girl, ain't nobody tolerate that demon.
the car. So don't take my car anywhere.
Ain't no way in the world I subject myself to that. That's mental. That's too much right there. I wouldn't subject myself to that for no dollar. I'm not
No,
doing it.
not enough money in the world.
She don't even deserve you. You don't, girl. She don't even deserve what you're doing for her right now. Mm-mm.
Too
Mm-mm.
much. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Tonight, a look at
Ain't no way. See, there's a thing called how much do you value yourself?
Exactly. Exactly. And you have to love on you. Them, I'm gonna tell you that spirit, see the spirit in her. That spirit wouldn't dare approach you or I or Isaiah. That spirit wouldn't even that spirit know who they can do that to. Period. That spirit know.
Exactly. Exactly. Earth Angels says, did you see the recording of the African nurse watch a black man fall and left him bleeding, then drug him into his room? No,
I
I
can
didn't
believe
see
it.
that.
I can believe it though.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you do have some that hate black folk. They black and they hate
Exactly.
black people. But it's
Exactly.
okay. We got something like that over here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
We
You
have to
know,
contend with them.
you got to ask, how do they value? She didn't have much value on herself.
No. Mm-mm.
She didn't have no value on herself.
He probably been treating her like that for ever since she been there. But at the first time she'd have did it, you just shut it down. Her ass she'd have stayed in that chair because she didn't know I can't do that to her.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
know who they can do that with. They really do. Those spirits know.
Exactly.
I'm gonna show your daughter. I'm gonna show your daughter, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
And it's like because they did this back in their day,
yeah.
and she's living off of those memories.
Mm-hmm.
She's living how she wants to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's how she used to be. It ain't
Exactly.
changing.
Ain't changing.
She ain't changing, honey. If she could have got the whip, she'd have got it.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly.
She ain't changing.
That's and see that's why that whole non-violent, be peaceful, love your enemy bullshit is what empowers them to treat us like that.
Right. Right.
That's what empowers them to treat us like that. Because we ain't gonna do nothing. We're gonna just let you turn the cheek and you're gonna hit us on another cheek.
I ain't turning nothing. I'm telling you now. I'm not turning nothing.
Mm-mm.
You come over here, slap. You ain't gonna get to. You're not even gonna get the chance to slap me. I'm not even gonna say slap me. You're not even gonna get the chance because I'm not gonna let you get that close.
Mm-mm. No.
I guarantee you won't slap me and run.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I'm not gonna let you get that close.
Mm-mm. No. And see, honestly, they shouldn't even want us as their caregivers, especially that age. They shouldn't even want us because in their mind they should be thinking
They
they're
gonna
gonna
rub you.
kill me.
Yeah.
They gonna do to me what I did to them.
But they not scared of you because
They
they
not
know
scared.
so we love too hard. We love everybody. No matter what you do, we still love you. We forgive you. You can take our child out there and hang him on the tree. And what we gonna do? You can take him in the middle of the street, shoot him in the back 7 times, and we still gonna love you. I forgive you. I don't forgive.
Mhm.
That's not all black folk. I'm just saying. You got
Mhm.
some.
Exactly.
But the ones the warriors, you ain't finna do that.
No,
You ain't finna do that.
no, not at all.
Because we ain't playing with you.
Not at all. Not at all. They're when they see us, they should be afraid of us. Period.
Exactly.
Point blank. They should be afraid. Damn, because knowing what they undid to us,
Yeah.
they gonna get back at me. I don't want to fuck with them. But they don't have no. They can come in the goddamn projects
Yep.
and not be afraid.
Yep. Yep. You see that little boy, the white boy went to apartments and shooting up the corner.
Yes.
And nobody did none. Everybody stayed in their house.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There was a cracker who went and was shooting up apartment buildings where black people live.
That's the one I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking about. In his little Jeep, come out and blah, 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 and nobody come out and do shit.
Nobody.
And he go and come back and do the shit again.
Yes, nobody did nothing. Nope, didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. That's right there is unacceptable, black folk.
Exactly.
We don't allow bullies to come. Just like Peyton came the day before in New York, the guy with the supermarket sat there and talked to a black man the day before. Then came back and shot up the store. Ain't no way in the world. You mean to tell me you're not looking? Why are we allowing them to do stuff like that? Why are we not watching our environment? You're supposed to watch your environment.
Exactly.
Maurice, I'm gonna be on mute for a minute. This is the lady that I was telling you about. She's calling.
Okay. And so we have to make sure that we honor ourselves. We dishonor ourselves when we allow shit that we just saw done to us. We dishonor ourselves, we dishonor our God, and we empower them to continue that bullshit. And time is out for that because they're looking to continue to do that and more. And as they teach their people, oh, you can do that. That nigga ain't gonna do nothing to you. He ain't gonna do nothing to you. He'll turn the other cheek so you can do it again. No. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. And you got to be able to understand that they are old and ass whooping. Now we're going to go to this next video, and you got 4 different people who are being mistreated by the police. And they will say, like the mayor of New York, of Chicago said the other day, there is no reason to kill the police. That's what they say. But when it comes to them killing us, they never say there's no reason to ever kill a black person. They never say there's no reason to ever kill a black child. There's no reason to ever kill a black woman. There's no reason to ever kill a black man. That they never say. But they'll tell you there's no reason to ever kill a cop. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. There are reasons to kill them. There are reasons to whoop their ass. Trust and believe that. We're going to go and look at this next video so we can see some of these reasons. See, they want to disarm you mentally. They disarm you mentally. You'll never defend yourself. You won't defend your mama. You won't even defend your damn children because you allowed that cracker to mentally unarm you. You allowed him to do that. And that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. let's look at this.
Being in the neighborhood to an officer harassing a man simply because he was walking down the street.
So I'm in Beverly Hills right now, and I'm being searched for shopping. So I work for.
Here are 4 instances when cops took racial profiling to the next level. Disclaimer. On June 24th, 2019, Officer Lors from the Clarkston Police Department approached 52-year-old Mark Domino after receiving a 911 call from an unknown person claiming that someone was trying to steal the car. In reality, Mark was just looking at his own wife's car.
How's it going, man? Officer Lors, Clarkston Police Department. Put your phone down for a second. What do you got in your pocket there? Is that just something hanging off your backpack? What is that, a hanger? What are you doing with that? It's your bike? It's your bike? You got ID on you?
This idiot officer considered it a crime for a person to not identify themselves while not being under suspicion of anything. And from there, things escalated.
Why do you need my ID? Because somebody saw you looking at cars, so I'm here just checking and see what's going on. You got ID on you? Yeah, I do, but okay, yeah, I'm figuring that out right now. I'll take a look at your ID, though. You don't need my ID unless I did something. Okay. Unless you're taking me in for something like that. Turn around, put your hands behind your back right now. For now. For what? Turn around and put your hands behind your back. Now. For what? 108, pick it up. You're gonna obey me, or you're gonna go on the ground. Obey? Because I'm giving you a lawful order. For what? Turn around and put your hands behind your back. Did I do anything? Yes. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. What did I do? Do you want to get tased? Excuse me? Turn around and put your hands. Do you know how to work here?
The officer immediately got triggered and started making some really unnecessary threats, despite the situation simply calling for a straightforward answer to a straightforward question.
Okay. So what did I do for you to approach me and then tell me that put my hands behind my back? Sir. What are you arresting me for? I'm not arresting you. Right now you're not cooperating with me. For what? And you're getting agitated. No, you asked me for my ID. Right. I don't have to give you my ID unless I've done something. What have I done? Turn around and put your hands behind your back. For what? Are you arresting me? And I'm detaining you.
With a dash of racial profiling, the officer made it his mission to turn the simple situation into a conflict. And this could have been easily resolved until this happened.
You're not even listening. What did I do for you to detain me? Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Was there a report that I stole something? Yes. There was a report that I stole something. Turn around. You just said. Stop, Dick. Stop. Stop. My phone out. Stop.
As tensions escalated and frustration mounted on both ends, Officer Lors decided to take things to an alarming level.
Stop. Stop. No. Stop. What? You're going to get paid. Put your hands up. Stop. Why are your hands up? Stop. Stop resisting. You are attacking me. Stop resisting.
Vehicle prowling. You match the description.
Stop resisting. Black guy vehicle prowling? Really? Stop. Black guy. Stop. Why are you trying to fight? Stop. Stop. Take me down for no reason.
You're pushing.
Stop. Pushing what? I know my rights.
But this was only the beginning of what the officer had in store. What he did next to Mark is just mind-boggling.
What did I do?
I just told you. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Vehicle prowl suspect.
I'm not a vehicle. Stop resisting. Okay, you're under arrest for obstruction. Obstruction what? Obstructing what? Stop. Roll over on your stomach.
Get on your stomach.
Roll over on your stomach.
Dude, you're causing problems right now. You would have been done by now if you just talked.
No, I told him my rights. You're fighting. My rights. Stop resisting.
Just wait for the other guy.
Other units, pick it up. Oh, you're very. Give me this hand. Put it behind your back. You got that one? Why are you? What?
Mark faced charges of resisting arrest and obstructing a law enforcement officer after his arrest, but he was released a few hours later. He then filed a $5 million lawsuit, resulting in a settlement of $25,000, and all charges against him were immediately dropped. It's disheartening to witness someone being targeted for no reason. But that
$25,000.
Now, this brother agreed since the first contact. You will obey me. Who the fuck you think you talking
Exactly.
about? Who the fuck? And then to take the hanger that he had on his pants, take it off? No. See, we got to get in our mind right then. When they approach us, it's on and popping. It's on and popping. Ain't no
before they get the backup.
Exactly.
Before you, that's what Ozone did, right? Ozone,
Exactly.
the guy that was sitting in front of his house in Florida, that was in Florida,
Yes.
right? Racist ass Florida. The police officer came up, he was harassing him because he knew who he hung out with. He harassed him, and he called for backup on his radio. Before the backup got there, it was over. It was done. It was done. He ain't had no backup. He died with the hell because he was trying to start some mess.
Exactly.
And that's exactly where he belongs.
Exactly. You know, we have to value ourselves greater than we're doing. Yeah. See, our brother here didn't value himself because he should have checked that shit from the beginning. From the very fucking beginning. He should have checked that shit. And understand this is fucking combat. Right. This is fucking combat. Before he can go for that taser, before he can go for that gun, lay that motherfucker out. Period, point blank. Lay him the fuck out. Because he's coming to harm you. As Maya said, the police is hunting.
That's right. And you feeling threatened. As soon as he get out the car, you feeling threatened.
This ain't by no accident.
Right.
This is by design. So you got to already have it in your mind that you're ready to go there. Because they think, oh, I'm going to whoop his ass and I'm going to go home and have a good time. I can get home and tell my wife after she cooked me my dinner, yeah, I had to beat this nigga ass today. I had that nigga crying. Oh, really, honey? Oh, yeah, make him feel like he's a man. Fuck that. To hell with that. And then you sue and settle? You settle? We've been settling all our damn lives dealing with these demons. And what you got to show for it? Nothing. Nothing but more the same goddamn treatment because you settle. When the God desires for you to kill them, you settle. You settle. Settlement gets you more of the same. Settlement is never justice. That's not justice. That's not even appreciation. That's not even, I'm sorry for doing you wrong. That's not even that. That's, nigga, be happy with what I gave you, and if you don't like it, I'll do it to your ass again. Because you're settling. We got to stop settling. We want justice. And as I said many times before, justice is not a diplomatic language. Justice is the language of war. Justice is the language of war. And you've been in war, but you have not been at war. And it is time for the black man to be at war. Now, we had a conference in Mississippi 2 years ago. And the author of the book, We Will Shoot Back, when he came, and he said, Brother Maurice, you're at war. But the rest of y'all not at war. And I sat there and I was listening, and I began to say, why is you saying that I'm at war, but the rest of them are not at war? Because when you're at war, you do the right things to protect your women and your children. You never let your women show up there unprotected in the enemy's backyard. You don't do things as you're just casually walking and thinking things, it's okay, we're just doing this to do this. No. When you're at war, you live that. You're prepared all the way. You take it where it needs to be took, and you never second guess it. You never second guess it. You got to stop second guessing what the enemy gonna do if I do this. Fuck that. That's never in my consideration what the enemy gonna do. What's in my consideration is what's gonna happen if I don't do. That's what's in my consideration. If I don't do this, what's gonna happen? Because trust and believe, when they get over on you, oh, I just got over on that nigga, then they looking for the next one to get over on. But the buck stops with us. There's this Indian lady, we was in Mississippi, checking out of our hotel. And this Indian lady was being so fucking rude, talking like she was the big bad boss. I got out of my damn car. And I walked up to her, and she wasn't afraid. She was still talking shit. And she was a small woman. And I said to her, do you see how big I am? And do you see how little you are? And then it clicked in her mind, let me get the hell away. Then she started backing up. Then I started walking even closer. Now she's starting to move even faster. Why would you do that, Muhammad? Because I'm teaching her, we will fuck you up. You don't disrespect black people and think you can do it and it's okay. No, I want you to have that impression on your mind that you're going to pay a price for your disrespect. Because if I allow you to do that to me, then I'm telling you it's okay to do that to the next. But we're not having that. No, it's not all right for you to do it to me, and you're damn sure not going to do it to the next black person you're going to see. So I guarantee you, she ain't going to act like that no more. She going to be way behind the bulletproof glass and all that shit and talk that shit. She ain't going to never do it out on Front Street like that again. I promise you that, because she was fearing when I showed her, I will fuck you up. And it's point blank. And we got to understand, that's how we got to be. That's how we got to be. Because it's called protecting our people. It's protecting our people. She ain't going to make that mistake with another black person. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. So when we say that we are black first and we love you, that's what love looks like. That's what love feels like. And we don't run. We don't run. Let's look at the next one.
For Kalon, who was simply harassed by an officer while minding his own business.
No, you're under arrest. So. Under arrest for what? Under arrest for what? What have I done wrong?
But before that, in September of 2016, officers received a 911 call reporting a suspicious man in a neighbor's home. Dejan Yors, the victim, explained to the officers that he was there to visit his mother. However, the officers believed that a man living with his mother might pose a threat to the community.
Have you ever had a North Carolina ID? For some reason, I'm just not finding your picture, and we just need to make sure that everything's legit before we leave.
I don't know, like, what the problem is. I told him what's going on. My mother's name is Olivia.
Yeah.
You asked me for my name. You asked for my mother's name.
Yeah.
It's Olivia Sue York.
Okay, so there's no problem. It's just that someone called in and said it was suspicious for somebody to be over here carrying a shovel.
Every day, though.
That's fine. I don't know that, and we have to make sure.
I told him he could prove it to you.
Okay. Do you have an ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. What's your name?
The one.
Spell it for me.
DEJUANA yours. YOURSD. Hold on, I'll do that.
At first, the officers behaved like normal human beings, asking for Dijon's credentials to verify his identity and ensure he posed no threat to society. However, their attitude changed quickly and within a few seconds.
3133, stand by.
Well, I just wanted to prove it to you that you act like you didn't believe me, sir.
Right? So, look, I'm gonna. Do you have papers or something?
No, I ain't got no papers that I know of. So, I mean, I'm not scared to go to jail, bro.
I know you're not.
Okay, I'm just trying to prove to you I live here. And so you start looking at me like I'm lying.
No.
Hey, yo, come to my mom. Hey, man, you can't grab my phone like that, man. Hey, man, get off me, man. Hey, man, get off me, man.
I'm asking what? Get up, put your hands
man, what are you doing? Man, man, what are you doing? This is my phone. I can't be on my phone. What are you doing? Why are you gonna put your hands behind your back? You can't do that.
See, look, don't when they aggress you, don't be saying, "What are you doing?" You know what the fuck they doing. Fight back. Fight back. He should have pushed that cracker down them goddamn stairs and was on his ass and ready to take her the fuck out next. We gotta be thinking fighting, not what are you doing? What are you doing? Fuck that. You know what they doing. You know what they doing. Give them what they looking for. Whoop that ass. You got the authority and the power. Knock them the fuck out. Stop being so goddamn peaceable about you're being oppressed. You're being beaten up on. Stop it.
No, I can't.
What are you doing? I'm in here. Man, you're punching me. Get your ass on the ground. Man, you're punching me, dude. Get on the ground. Hey, man.
I'm gonna hit you again.
Why?
The clowns in blue got into an altercation with Dijon. Despite him being extremely cooperative, they threw him to the ground, where Dijon can be heard saying, "You can't do that," while the officer replied, "I can," implying that these cocky officers had the right to punch, harass, and fight with just about anybody they wanted.
Put your hands me! You did not do
Do you mean to tell me that officers are stronger than hold on. Do you see how they wrestling with you mean to tell me this black man can't handle this man?
Come on now.
I'm not understanding any of this. I'm not. I'm just in awe because it just makes no sense. When they act like thugs, you have a right to fight back.
Exactly.
When they come to you and they're acting unruly, you have that right.
Exactly.
Why do we act like we scared to move? You mean to tell me he gonna be on top of your head and you just ain't gonna do nothing? I'm not understanding this. This is just I don't get it. I don't. We act like they God. Well, we can't do nothing. We got to go, we got to let them sit on our head. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen cops come and you have a crowd of black folk and they got two of them and you got 15 black folk and ain't nothing to do with nothing.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Exactly. They walk around with a slave mindset. Yeah. I can't hit back. I can't hit massa. I can't fight massa.
Massa beating the hell out you, sitting on your head, sitting on your neck, and you gonna lay down on the ground just okay? No. No.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes revolution has to happen. At what point do we say enough is enough? At what point do you fight back? At what point are you serious about changing your future?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They beating your ass at the house you live at.
Your house. You minding your business on the couch. Sometimes it's just best to look at them like they fools. Don't even say nothing. What I got to say? I'm sitting on my mama's porch. I wouldn't even say nothing to them. I'm not answering. I'm not saying shit because I don't have to. You don't have to answer them.
You sure don't.
You don't have to say nothing. Let their asses talk to themselves. Sit there just looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
What you got to speak? What you got to say? Why? What? Are they in charge of you? Sometimes it's too much conversation going on.
Exactly.
It's too much conversation. Who did you come up asking me questions? I know you ain't got no. I'm on my mama's porch. What am I fuss about? What am I gonna fuss with you about? I'm not even answering you. Let you talk to yourself. How long you gonna talk to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
We don't owe them no explanations when you minding your business and following the law.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's time for this to change. They've been doing this to us for long enough, you guys. And it ain't getting no better. And we're not holding them accountable.
Nope.
We're not holding them accountable. Now they have bonds and we need to go after them. Ain't that what you was talking about, Isaiah? I'm just saying. We got to do something. Enough is enough. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
We got so many men that are cowards. He literally laid on the ground. You're going to sit on my head. Go ahead and sit on it. Okay. What the hell? You can't breathe. He's sitting on your head. What in the hell is going on? You mean to tell me you couldn't handle that dude? They punks anyway. Without the gun, without the backup, they're punks. They're punks. I done seen white folk put them in a headlock.
Exactly.
And they ain't pulled no gun.
None.
I done seen them chase them with their gun.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen them chasing them. I done seen 12-year-old, 14-year-old kids having a shootout with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't die. I'm just saying, what are we doing?
Exactly.
You know, like when the dogs, you back in the day, you got the water. I wouldn't have been out there. You know, I'm not doing all that. I'm not. You know, I'm not sitting at your bar. I'm not gonna force you to give me some spit in ice cream or some spit. You just spit in my drink. I'm not gonna ask you to make me a hamburger. You just threw on the damn floor. I'm not coming to your restaurant. Sitting. I don't want your food. I'm not gonna force you to take my money. That was the dumbest thing black folk could have ever did. That didn't make no damn sense right there. That's mental illness. You're gonna go in their business. You're gonna force them to take your hard-earned money. What kind of fool is that? That was stupefied behavior. That didn't make no sense to me. And I used to watch that and I said, I wouldn't have been out there because my temper was horrible. I'm not going out there because I'm going to jail. Because somebody spit on me, that bitch going down. Trust me, going down. Do you hear? I don't give a damn. Male, female, you spit on me. That's the nastiest thing you can do is spit on somebody. That's the nastiest thing. No, I'm not going out there. I'm not putting myself in that spot. I'm not putting myself out there for the dog. See, we're gonna fight for them. We're gonna fight for them to give us justice. You're gonna fight, and I'm telling you, in the 60s, they was handling their business, them officers. Honey, you didn't go and treat the Black Panthers like that. You wasn't there touching nobody. That's why the Black Panthers was formed. Because they was doing the same stuff, and the Black Panthers say, no, you're not doing it in our neighborhood. And that's when men were men, and they patrolled their neighborhoods. They had their weapons, and they patrolled. When the cops came, the Black Panthers came, and they straightened it out. And they didn't have as many incidences then. You know what I'm saying? We have to get to the place where we're protecting ourselves.
Exactly. Because that's the only thing that's going to actually make this shit stop.
That's the only thing.
That's the only thing.
If you do it globally, nationwide, it ain't enough officers in this world.
No.
They have a shortage, y'all. A shortage. It ain't enough to handle all these black folk.
No.
When they come in your neighborhood, and see, this is why they got you sprawled out so much. Because it's one of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not really enough for you in one little area, unless you in a black area. But those are the areas that they patrol the most. You can handle your business. You can handle your business before he get his backup out there. Don't even give him a chance to call no backup. You put a bag on his head and everybody go busy. And he can't identify nothing. It's a certain way we can handle this. Okay? Don't sit up here and act like you don't know what to do. You beat your brother like that. So why you can't do him like the same way? You'll fight your brother.
Exactly. Time out for that foolishness. It's
been time out. It's been time out for that. It's been time out. If you handle your business every time they come, they'll quit coming so often. They will quit coming so often.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, and I'm thinking about the woman with the gun, you know, and if she had had her own, I'm not going by myself.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? He had his
Exactly.
gun, you had your back to him, right? You got
Mm-hmm.
all time. You got time to pull what you need to cook. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He got it. Okay. I'm just saying. You have
Mm-hmm.
to defend yourself. You have to think of why are we still all this time not having our leaf blowers with us?
Exactly.
Why are we walking around with nothing? No protection, no nothing. You
Mm-hmm.
going up to these crackers' houses. Why? I'm not going up to their house. I'm not going in their driveway. I don't want to be bothered. I deal with them as less as possible. And that's what Black folk have to do. Deal with them as less as possible.
Exactly.
This type of stuff don't have to happen. Since y'all don't want to separate, stop dealing with these crackers.
Mm-hmm.
What about that man who met that white girl? He met her online. She didn't took him back to the house. I wish you would show that. That woman beat the hell out of him. He said he thought he was gonna get busy, right? He didn't let her put handcuffs. She didn't handcuff him. Soon she got them cuffs on here. She told his
I never heard nothing about that. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna find that one. She put handcuffs on him. You know, they was on the couch and stuff. And she said, "Let's go to the bedroom." Right? Now this is real. Let's go to the bedroom. So and she said, "Well, I'm in kinky, kinky stuff." And she said, "I want to put him. Let's do the handcuffs and stuff." So he in the bedroom, and she put the handcuffs on him. Shit, it was over, honey. She barely escaped with his. She done so much to him. She was tired. Had to take a break, call for some food. Right? I'm just saying. She told his ass up. I'm gonna find it. I got to find it for you.
Was he black? Is she white?
He was black. She was white. Yeah.
Oh,
he was black. She was white. And he met on a dating site or something and went over her house. And they were getting busy on the couch, kissing and stuff. And she said, "Let's go to the bedroom." Went to the bedroom, and she said, "I want to play a game. Let's put some handcuffs on you." I said, "You dummy. You a damn fool." Ooh, he almost didn't come out that place. She was having him and everything. Ooh, she told his ass up. She was so tired. She took a break off for some food, right? What? And she was sleeping. she ate her food. She laid down. She was asleep, right? And he working and but I'm telling you, she told his ass up. I got to find it. I got to find it for you. It was so funny. Oh my God, he met her online. That thing was so funny. I said, "Go ahead and keep messing with them crackers. Go ahead and keep messing with him." He didn't let her handcuff him.
So he thought he was gonna have him a good time.
He did. She did. She was stabbing him and everything. She stabbed him. Oh, she told him. I got to find it. Oh, she told his ass up. She had a good. He's handcuffed. What can he do? Why would you? Why? You gonna let her handcuff you? You dummy. I got to find it. Wow. I got to find it.
See, that don't make no sense whatsoever. That don't make no sense whatsoever. That's just like the two brothers that was walking down the street and the cracker come up to them and tell them, "Hey, y'all want to have a good time? Come on in the house and let's have sex together." And them two thinking, "Oh yeah, we about to have sex with this white woman." Get their ass in the house, white boy behind the door, knock their ass down, kill them, and then the white people have sex on their dead bodies.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, don't keep messing with them demons. I told you, they crazy.
Exactly.
Go keep on messing with them.
Exactly. You better learn that the best woman for you is a black woman. That's the only woman. The only woman that God has authorized you to have. And with so many black women out here, they need a good man. They need a good man. Messing around with them damn devils, you're going to get what you asked for. You want freaky deaky, your ass going to be freaky deaky dead.
It was so funny. Ooh, that day I was trying to find it. Oh my God. Oh, I couldn't. Oh, I was crazy. That thing was so funny. I'm like, you go sit up there, let her handcuff you. He just met her on an app or something. He went by her house and they sitting on the couch. It was going good. Oh, and she said, well, let's go to the bedroom and let me handcuff you. Hey, okay.
Wow.
Honey, that demon came out soon as she got that handcuff clicked. Oh, that thing was so funny. I'm sorry, that thing was so funny. Oh my God, I got to find it. Oh boy.
That's crazy. Well, while you looking for that, we're gonna finish this video.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I did. We are not. This is not. Why you still elbowing me, bro? I am not resisting. You were resisting the whole time. No, I wasn't. You were resisting the whole time, bro. I told you.
The officer kept justifying his actions by claiming that Dejan was resisting arrest, when in reality, anyone with a pair of eyes can witness that the man is resisting about as much as a kitten resists being picked up.
You are so full of shit. And I was sitting there the whole time. You can say this all day long, but that's not what you were doing. Bro, did I stand up on you? I didn't post up on you. I didn't swear up on you.
I'm gonna have to put him in two.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going nowhere, dude. I'm not trying to give you a problem. You gave me a problem because 3133 on the phone. I'm gonna figure out why. What you mean figure out? Bro, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't killed nobody. Why you doing this to me? You fought me because you wanted to and you punched me in my eye, man.
3133.
I told you I was gonna do that. No, but you can't do that when I'm not resisting you. You resisting me. No, I wasn't, and you better not lie for him. You punched me in my eye for no reason, and you hit munched me in my mouth, man. 3133. You punched me in my mouth, yo. Man, quit grabbing me. I ain't doing nothing.
The officer fought with Dejan for almost 10 minutes, continuously blaming him for what they were doing. This case also appears to be nothing less than a case of racial profiling, where once again, a black man is harassed by the police for the crime of being black.
Why is all this necessary? You tell me, man, because you people.
I didn't tell Rashid, so you told her she would.
Look, they are. Stop it. What is you doing? You can't do this to me. All right. Sit right here. Do not move. Don't say another damn word.
Multiple other officers arrived at the scene to de-escalate the situation, which they themselves had made worse. Ultimately, Dejan was forced into the back of a squad car.
I mean, I'm trying. I can't do nothing. Y'all always trying to. No, baby, get my foot. Get my foot, my right foot. Thank you.
Are y'all pushing?
He was then taken to the police station, but all charges against him were dropped, and he reached a settlement with the city. Following this incident, an officer was forced to resign, and ironically later filed a federal lawsuit against the city of Greensboro, alleging violations of the due process and equal protection clauses of the 14th Amendment. It's funny how these triggered cops whine about infringement on their rights when it seems like their national pastime. What happened to Dejan, despite being on the right side of the law, was distressing to watch. And the same goes for Kalon, who was harassed over the dumbest reason.
There is no way our brother was so peaceful. Why you punch me in my eye? Why you punch me in my mouth? You got to understand, they enjoy that. But you got a fist. Punch them in the eye, punch them in the mouth. Fight them motherfuckers. Fight them, and I promise you, your soul will feel so gratified. Your soul will be gratified. Fight them, and you'll see it's so good for your soul. The days of letting them abuse you, and you just take it because that's just the way it is, them days are over. They long gone. See, if the God wanted you to be born back then, when they were doing that then, and you could be passive, then you would have been. But you were born this time, in this dispensation. And this dispensation is for battle. Doing the right thing at the right time to produce the right results. But you're so full of fear because you're eating the wrong foods. You're eating the wrong foods. Y'all wait, I got something that was given to me that's going to blow your mind about the food that you've been eating. What they're doing to the food that you've been eating, thinking you're eating the best of the best. It's going to blow your mind when you find out what's been going on. And all of this doesn't make you healthier. It makes you weaker. It makes you weaker. What's the name of the police officer in California who was killing cops? Donner. What's his name? Donner was his name. Because I actually,
they did something to him though. They did something. He was a black guy, right? And they did something to him.
Yeah.
And he was angry, and
yeah, they did. And I had his manifesto.
Christopher Donner, yeah, it is Christopher Donner.
Christopher Donner. So we're going to go over his manifesto on Sunday in that program, because everybody got to have that light switched on.
Yeah.
When he got that light switched on, he said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to light your asses up. I'm going to light your asses up," because the light got switched on.
Yeah. And
we need that light switched on, and we'll be a totally different people.
Yeah.
And you'll see them running because they're afraid. They are afraid. They are afraid. Sister Cassie, did you find it?
I can't find it. I can't. I'm still looking for it. I sure wish I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep looking. But I sent you a message for Sunday and let me know what you think.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're gonna go because I want us to look at the lions. So we've seen enough of the police and they bullshit.
That's exactly what it is.
And so you should already be programming your mind for battle. Don't be like these brothers who had their mind programmed for peace and, let's talk about it. Let's be civil. You can't be civil with a beast who's looking to eat you for dinner because you're the prey, because they are the hunter. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your mindset. So we're going to look at this video of our brothers back in the motherland and how we were in our natural self, where we used to be, where fear didn't stop us from doing a damn thing because we didn't have it. We didn't have it. We didn't know it because God never gave us the spirit of fear. He never gave us that. See, when you understand love, and real love will override any fear, and you will handle the business that need to be handled. But because you don't love strong enough, you don't love yourself strong enough, you don't love your God strong enough, you succumb to fear. You succumb to fear. That's right, indigenous. Our people are scared of hell that massa put in their heads. We got to come out of that thinking because that's disastrous. Let's look at this. Remember who you
Trying to steal food from the jaws of the most powerful predator in Africa may seem to us like lunacy. But this extraordinary and dangerous feat has been practiced in Kenya for thousands of years. But it has never been filmed before and may never be filmed again. The Dorobo are an ancient tribe who live in the grasslands of East Africa. Conservation laws now stop many of their traditional practices and so threaten their whole way of life. To record this unique sequence, the grasslands team needed a man who understands both lions and the Dorobo people who live here. Jackson Lusea, the crew's guide, has a deep understanding of this way of life, having grown up nearby in the Masai Mara.
When I was asked by the BBC if they are able to document this story, I said, yeah, because it's something that I practiced myself. I've chased lions on food when I was growing up. I knew this lifestyle. It's possible. It's just a matter of if the BBC are able to capture this before it is gone.
It won't be easy as the lions here aren't used to cars, so they're difficult to approach. They mainly hunt at night when it's too dangerous to get close on foot. So the challenge is to find a lion kill at dawn to enable the Dorobo and big cat cameraman Warren Samuels to do their jobs.
We've got to wait for the lions to make the kill, and it's got to be at a time where we can still come out early morning and still have enough light to film them on the kill. We're hoping for a lot of luck.
At first light, Jackson joins the Dorobo in the hope of tracking down a fresh lion kill.
See, this is a footprint of a lion. It's a very big lion. And you can see there's a footprint of a wildebeest. Looking, yeah, he said this is a very, very big pride. Looking at the number of footprints and the number of places that they like to drink.
Because lions often hunt just before dawn, the team have to follow them both day and night.
In Africa, night is everything. It's terrifying, it's scary, but it's so much alive. You see it? They're the lions. We found them. Listen.
Sharing the night shift with Jackson is Human Planet researcher Jane Atkins.
And we just come across lionesses with their 8 cubs, quite local to where the Dorobo guys live. But the downside of that is that when the Dorobo do come across a kill, if it's in this area with this pride, these lionesses are going to be a lot more aggressive and protective.
The struggles to try and keep up with this pride at night is because they cross in places that a vehicle would not be able to cross. So once you lose them, you know, they do stuff behind your back. So you have to be on the go the whole time.
After following the lions all night, they still haven't seen a kill. Warren, on the day shift, discovers there's a very good reason why.
Ideally, the situation we wanted here with big herds of wildebeest. We wanted to get lions making kills. But the rains had come a little early, so most of the animals are up on the plains. All we've got now are small groups of 5 or 6 wildebeest. So we're really hoping that one of those groups, the lions, get lucky and manage to kill one of them.
No more group of wildebeest. Just that one group.
4 more days pass and no lion kills have been seen. Finally, they get a shred of luck.
We've got a big herd of wildebeest going through the horizon, heading to the crossings again. We may have a chance again of a kill.
The crew head off on the heels of the Dorobo. But after hours of tracking, again, there's no sign of a kill. Jane and the night shift take over.
We've just come across the lionesses and the male and all their cubs on the kill. and we're about 5 meters away. The adult male is sitting now on a wildebeest kill. And, we're not going to be able to film this because by the time it gets light, they'll have finished it. But it's absolutely amazing to be able to see so close.
The vehicle is now surrounded by 23 hungry lions.
Just next to it. God. Oh, God. We just had a new lion chewing at our back tire, and I absolutely catch myself. There's no way that I would walk up to lions or try and take their meat. Look at them. Look at the drobo. They say they do it all the time, and I don't know how they do it. It's terrifying.
By dawn, the lions have finished the kill. After the shift change, the power of the lion's bite is revealed.
Look at that, it's amazing. Quite an adrenaline-filled night, really. It's 8 in the morning, I've just finished my night shift, and although we found lions on a kill by the time Warren came out, and it was light enough for him to film, the carcass was pretty much ripped apart. Yeah, we've only got a few more days left.
At last, they get the news everyone's been waiting for. The pride they've been following has made a fresh kill. It's light enough to film, and the Dorobo are ready.
Just trying to find a position that we can get a clear view. There's too much brush in the way.
The crew are still worried about the Dorobo's safety.
I didn't believe that we'd get this shot. I thought the lions would attack these guys, especially when they had the cubs. But all of a sudden, when the big male got up and ran, I was relieved because I thought he would be the one which will attack us. But I'm really, really chuffed. Great stuff. Yeah. A special connection I've got with Ndorobo is the lifestyle. It's pretty sad to know that it's about to disappear. The time that I've spent with these guys, I think it's too short. I've realized how much I have lost and how much I have learned so far since I've been with them in the last 2 weeks. I'll be very happy if this has been captured for my kids and the rest of the generations of the Ndorobo kids, and be proud that our ancestors, our fathers, our elders did practice this scary, scary experience.
Now, understand what he was just saying. because he was amongst them, one of them, but not in that kind of lifestyle. And it amazed him to be able to witness it. And he's, like he said, I'm glad we got it on film so we can show our children what our ancestors did. You're supposed to be able to do the same damn thing, but you've gotten so what? Modernized and caught up with the enemy's thinking. So your thinking, your original thought is gone because you've been subverted. You've been subverted as a people. Now, subversion is a military term. It's a skill where you drop your own culture, your own values, and you take up the enemy's culture and you take up the enemy's value and replace them. And this is what has happened to us. Our culture, our norms, our values, our God has been subverted, and we've replaced it with things of the enemy. And so you're no longer your righteous self. You've been made into the nigger that the white man wanted you to be, and he controls you. And so that's why we have to find our way back to our origination and put all of this shit in check. Because you are the original people. You are God's people. That's an alien to the planet. They wish they were you. They wish that they can do what you can do. They wish, and their wishes will never come true. It will never come true. Why do you think they got these museums up? What do you think the purpose of these museums, and you got the Chinaman going to the museums, taking the pictures so that they can see what was done to the niggas? They want to know, because they say, if you can do it to them, you know I can do it to them. That's why they go to see in these museums, to see what was done to us. Because they say, if the white man did it to you, I can take it to the next level. The white man colonized you and you allowed it. I can take it to the next level because you allowed it for him. You're going to allow it for me. This is what you got to understand. These museums is the showcase. It's their pride and joy to say, look at what we did. We conquered them niggas. Yeah, they God's people, but we conquered them. You got to understand that. You got to understand it. And we're going to get into that, Maya. We're going to do some traveling together so we can see and understand. Because it's time to put all of this in its rightful place. We got work to do. We got work to do. And it's us that's going to get it done. And you'll see it's going to catch on like wildfire. Because it's time. It's time for our people to get up and get moving. It's time. We got to make it happen. Come on in here, Sister Cassie. You find what you was looking for?
No, I can't find it. I'm gonna keep looking, but I'm gonna send it to you when I do.
Okay.
But man.
Well, we are at our time mark, our 2-hour time mark. Brother Isaiah, you've been quiet. You got something you want to say?
I know he been real quiet tonight.
Yeah, unusually quiet.
No, I'm just absorbing everything and meditating on the word, connecting myself to this spiritual realm that we talked about yesterday with our ancestors and what is the best way to go about doing what needs to be done. And it always come back to the one thing. United we stand and divided we fall. The more we are united spiritually, economically, politically, and physically, there's nothing, black man, that's gonna stop you. Our voice, when we ran the world and said what needed to be said, the world stopped, looked up, and said, Daddy, what do you want us to do? You understand what I'm telling you? We are the parents, the father and mother of humanity. When daddy's home and when mama is home and coming back home, these children of ours are going to get in line. They know they are out of order. They know they done fucked up Israel. They done took it to a whole nother level that is negative. And you know what? I just remembering when I was in Chicago and my mother had a flower shop, right? And I go in there, I take and I buy the fish that, colorful fish, beautiful fish, I love the business, you know what I mean? And I got into a discussion with the owner. And he asked me, Isaiah, what's the antidote? What's the vaccine? What's the answer to hate? And the only one is love. That's the antidote. The love of yourself first, and then everybody else. Because what I've seen tonight, I've seen it before, but sometimes it just doesn't register. You know what I mean? Not to say that it didn't register before, but in seeing the disrespect of yourself will only allow somebody else to do it to you. Nobody can do anything to you unless you allow it. I am going to say that again. Once somebody does something to you that you allowed it. Nobody can do anything to you unless you allow it. And just harking back to the time when I was in private school with the white folks, or I keep saying that, but the troglodyte bastard. No, I wasn't particularly violent, but you crossed that line with me, like that fifth grade, because I was in fifth grade at the time. And so when this white boy called me a nigga, oh no, man, come on, man. Yeah, I was the king of that motherfucking dorm, nigga. You can't do me like that. You feel what I'm saying? And my parents wrote me letters saying Master Isaiah. They just didn't say Isaiah. And everybody was like, Master? Yeah, I'm the master. That is correct. You know what I mean? And so I pushed that open. I put that door open. I hit him in his eye. That was it. There was no more disrespect. You feel me? And so, and then this other guy, older guy, I just couldn't take him. He was, I wasn't no big guy in the fifth grade. I think I might have weighed 20 pounds, soaking wet. But you know what I did? I went and got one of the older guys. Matter of fact, it doesn't really make any difference. But I was very well respected to whatever degree that may be. You know what I mean? And so I go and find it one of the juniors in the high school. And he looking at me like, Isaiah, what's wrong, man? And white boy. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make no thing out of that, but he said, what's wrong? I said, this mother fucking with me. He said, oh, well, we're going to, come on. He wasted no time. I swear to God, he wasted no time. We found that motherfucker in the bathroom where I left him. I told that motherfucker to stay right here. I'll be right back. Oh, man, I played hockey at that point. You know, I was a good hockey player. You know, I played center anyway. But I took that hockey, I went and got my hockey. And that big, to me, he was big at that point. He was a junior high. He held that motherfucker, I mean, he held that motherfucker tight. So a white boy holding a white boy for let a nigga hit him. I wore his ass out with that motherfucking hockey stick. I didn't even pay him no, it didn't matter to me, you know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck about him hurting or me hurting him. And the last time I got into a fight, I only got into 3 fights. And the last time, the white boy, bigger than me, you know, I think it was I was in 5th grade, he's in the 7th grade. But anyway, he's bigger than me. And we were wrestling, tussling, and fighting and shit. And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker beat my I said, oh no, baby, So I reached up, somehow or another I got on top of him, right? And I said, well, hold on, baby. I reached up, it was like I don't want to say a desk, like the chemistry lab where you got the whatever the hell you call it. But anyway, I grabbed the closest thing that I could find. I stabbed that motherfucker in his eye. That was it. So when the I don't know what you call him, the headmaster or whatever, they went and got me. They came and got us. They took him to the hospital. I was sitting in the car. I was still like shit. My life was over. Nothing didn't happen. So again, when you are armed and they know that you're not fucking playing, they get right. Israel. And I'm here to tell you that Netanyahu gonna fuck up. He already fucked up. But to his pride, it is in his way that white folks always say, if I can't have it, you can't have it. I'm burning up all this motherfucking shit. Ain't nobody having this motherfucker. They will destroy everything just to have a little bit of something. And that's the nature of these beasts, of these demons. Do you understand what I'm telling you? There's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts. We ain't got to hoop, holler, yell, and scream. Get our shit together. I remember when this white congresswoman, I think she was either a senator or a congresswoman, and she's from, you might remember this. I'm going to throw it out just to see, Sister Kathy and Brother Muhammad, or anybody in the chat, right? So this white woman, a congressman, I think it was a congresswoman, she said where she's from in oh God, what's the name of that state? Minnesota. And she nodded to the police and said something where, you know, we don't want the undesirables in our neighborhood. You gotta, you know, keep your eye out. You know what the fuck that meant. Something along that line. I don't remember verbatim what she said, but she gave the wink and the AOK to make sure that niggas stay out. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And this goes on and on and on. And this old white woman who was spitting in the face of this black woman, they only do it if you allow them to do it. You know what I mean? And we at this point, we are, and we have been at this point, the tipping point, where we just going to kick ass and take names. There's no discussion. There's no, I'm sorry, black folks. Man, fuck you. All that shit don't mean a damn thing to these motherfucking crackers, troglodyte niggas, Urugus, Tommy, whatever name you want to call them. They will always be what they have always been, animals. Now, if you disagree with that, I can prove it to you, or you can prove it to yourself. Go to Google and look up wild men. Now, normally and actually, black people I don't have a lot of hair on my body. We don't have fur. You understand what I'm telling you? If you go to Google and you look up wild men and the women, you're going to see these animals, as we call them today, white people with long ass nails, with fur all over their motherfucking body, trying to take over the castle where the black king and queens are in were. We are the builders of castles. And whenever you see a castle, you got to know that that's a black thing. And so when you look at these pictures of these wild men, you're going to find quite a few attacking the castles, and within the window of the castle is the king and the queen, and the soldiers that are fighting these animals outside the castle. This is not no joke. This is not no game. This is not no lie. I'm not going to tell my people a lie to you. I'm not going to lie. It's not my nature. If you see me on this show and I am talking, motherfucker, I got evidence. I got receipts. I'm just not talking out my ass and the side of my neck. I am here to tell you we have no friends amongst these people. And sadly, Martin Luther King Jr. stopped our movement. We were about to take this motherfucker down and burn the bitch. All throughout Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. And what did he do? We shall overcome. We shall. Don't hit me. I wanna go into your restaurant and eat some dried up ass rice and uncooked, unseasoned chicken. I want to swim in your swimming pool. I want to drink out of that fountain. Lord have mercy. What more do you need to see? These motherfuckers are killing you in every way imaginable. I don't remember who said it, but it's in our food, in our air, in our water. This ain't no motherfucking joke. They arrested a white boy in South Africa, a biochemist who was on the verge of creating a black specific virus that would kill only black people. It was if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it, but this was in, you can Google it or YouTube. They they ended up arresting him. And the thing is, I think that was in the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around, right? And this is some real shit. We are at war 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this is not only a political war, an economic war, a spiritual war, but a physical war. And all you scared ass niggas, I don't want to be in no race. Nigga, you been in one for 150 years. So what the fuck are you talking about? Please explain. 150 motherfucking years, and you niggas still ain't caught on. What more do you need to see? What more do you need to hear? What more do you need to know? These motherfuckers are not our friends. You take them one by one, and you examine them, and you look at them, and you determine what you're gonna do individually. But like our sister said, Sister Cassie, we don't need these motherfuckers. Not one iota of them. We don't need them. They need us. Every molecule of oxygen in the form of respect, admiration, appreciation and devotion that a lot of you niggas or some of you niggas that are giving to these motherfuckers, stop. Stop calling them white, Caucasian, Aryan, Anglo-Saxon, European. All of those names belong to us. Show them every ounce of disrespect because that's what they deserve. That is what they earned. And they are getting it. Do you understand? This is not just me talking or Brother Muhammad talking or Sister Cat. This is some real shit. You got to open your eyes, baby. The West and Europe are in decline. When I say the West and Europe, I'm talking about white folk. They know their gig is up. They know their time is up. They're just trying to stretch it on out. But ain't no more. Ain't no stretching. And the book, We Shoot Back and Niggas with Guns. That's some real shit. Ain't never been a motherfucking time we were scared. Now, were there some with less heart? Yes. When we rode up and showed out, and our ancestors had our back because we know that when how you say that old black expression when two come to something like that. I'm kind of lost here, but you know what I'm talking about. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun or the lion got the gun. We got the motherfucker now. Do you understand? And it's getting more and more and more of that as the days and weeks and months go by from here on out. Islam is here. The Arab Spring is here. There are more Muslims now in Europe than there ever was before, and we're flooding that motherfucker, just like Gaddafi said. We don't need no bomb vests or rifles or AK-47. Just flood the motherfucker and change the laws that benefit us and disadvantage white folks. See, they ain't gonna stop until they know whatever they try to do. I'm white and I say so. That ain't gonna work, baby. Not when where you living at it's all black. You know what I'm saying? And so, in and of itself, and we said this many a time, Sister Cassie and Brother Muhammad, don't trip. Don't trip. Don't trip. Because you know what? Justice always wins in the end. Evil will always destroy itself in the end. Always ALWAYS. And always ALLWAYS. All you gotta do is just stand up. The board game being played on your back, my people. Now all you gotta do is just stand up and the game is over. Pull back the curtain and you see the little bitch of a man, better known as the Wizard of Oz, which is really the Wizard of Lies and Deceit, because they're hoping that you keep falling for the okie doke. Now, some of us may very well continue to do that because they're lacking, and you said it just correctly a while back, Brother Mama, that when you were younger, you didn't know the history that you know now. You know what I mean? So now that part of you has awakened, has sparked the very ancestral fire in you. We can all feel that. We don't need all black folk, just the dedicated 10% that gonna kick ass and take names. And we have to realize that we are fighting on all fronts, the four fronts: political, economic, spiritual, and physical, if need be. And when that need be is be, that be is all the time, not bees like that. When it bees like that, it's like that sometimes. But when it be like that, that motherfucker don't change. You know what I mean? So we know when the pedal hit that, how do you say it? When the pedal hit the metal or something like that, we know the game is on and it's been on, and now it's getting worse for them and better for us. More and more of our African nations on the continent are stepping away from white folks because in the end, you know what? And just thinking about it, the reason why white folks became united because they were scared of black dominance. It was better known as the La Chapelle Treaty, AIXLELA Chappelle, the same. I think you spell it the same way as Dave Chappelle. And in that document or in that agreement, let me take that back. France, England, and the United States, because the United States was the last nail that was driven into the heart, or the driven into the heart of our dominance. And you're talking about the between 1808 and 1816, somewhere around there. You're talking about the when America finally, or white folks finally dominated the Moors. And the North African dominance and worldwide dominance that we had. And so the La Chapelle Treaty or agreement stated like, hey, we pale skins over here in America, and you all over there in England and in France, if we don't become united, these niggas are going to keep dominating us. That's the reason why they stayed and became united, because of the La Chapelle Treaty. But I don't give a fuck what kind of treaty it is. The reason why we fell, and there's an old African proverb that says, when two brothers fight to the death, the stranger in the middle gets the key to the house. And that's exactly what happened. You cannot be defeated, black man, black woman, my people. When we are united, that's the secret. Political, economic, spiritual, and physical unity. There is nobody else that can beat you but you. And I'm here to tell you, we talk about this all the time. When our people get the whiff of power, economic and political and spiritual, there's nothing that's going to stop you, man. That's it. The game is up. You pull back the curtain. You see this little bitch of a man standing there. All you got to do is just slap the shit out of him. Physically slap the shit out of him. Spiritually slap the shit out of him. Economically and politically. And we are there. The stranglehold is getting stronger and stronger and stronger every day. And I'm here to tell you, don't worry about it. Concentrate on us. And if I may say so, Brother Muhammad, there was a more story behind I don't want to, a dog running toward the end of the cliff, chasing after a bird, right? And in his zest and in his quest to conquer the bird in his wisdom took him right to the edge. And as the bird flew right past the edge, the bird knew that that dog was so concentrating on his defeat, he couldn't even see his own. He jumped off the edge of the cliff trying to bite the dog, bite the bird, and fell to his death. The dog is white folk, and the bird is that bird is the eagle. Majestic eagle that cannot be defeated. You are it. I throw it back at you.
Thank you, Brother Isaiah. Sister Cassie, come on up in here. Closing comments.
Oh my goodness, I tell you, you know what? This show, sometimes you have to have shows like this in order to kind of wake folk up a little bit. This is much needed. When you see that, people tend to understand when they see other people going through different situations. It kind of, gives them the courage to understand that they can do it. We can never forget that we used to do this. The Black Panthers, before the Civil Rights Bill was signed, Black folk was burning some stuff up. That's why they signed the bill. You have to understand, and it's good. And this is why they're taking away our history and don't want you to understand history, because you're gonna see stuff like this with that CRT. You're gonna see stuff how Black folks, protected their own, and they protected their family, and they protected their community. And we have to get back to that. If you have it should. I remember a time when you couldn't even get in a Black person's neighborhood. You had to go to the elderly to get in the neighborhood to understand. You had to go to the elderly to get past, the protection in order to be in that neighborhood. We got to get back to that. That's why it's so important to have our own land and to have our own spaces. This is what you see now. This is our fault. We brought this on ourselves because we used to be separated. We used to be. And then we got comfortable. Then we want to, taste their ice. We wanted them to teach our children, and we wanted to go to their schools to read their books that wasn't no better than our books. We wanted to go to their school. We could have stayed separate, and we could have built our own schools up, and they would have looked a whole lot better than theirs, because anything and everything we do looks better. Black Wall Street was built. They pulled their monies together and they built Black Wall Street. And those crackers they was jealous. So why would you come back together with them? You had it made. Do you believe that we would be at the bottom if we had not come back together with them? We wouldn't be in the shape that we're in today. I hope we are understanding this. That if we had been obedient, because the God we serve never told us to come together with them. He never told us. Pastor Pork Chop told you that. Then took your money because he knew he was setting you up. You wasn't never supposed to come together with them. Then they're going to tell you got to love everybody. That's not what the word said. That word is not talking to them. He called them nothings. He called them serpent people. He knew who they were. And we went totally against what we knew and invited them in the den, invited the snake into our houses. And now we can't get that devil out. You open the door, and now you can't get rid of them. And it's nobody's fault but yours. So we reaping some stuff because we brought this on ourselves. If we had stayed separate, we wouldn't be going through any of this, because we'd have had. You think our children would look the way they looking? You think our homes would be tore up the way they are? Because our men would have been controlling. They'd have still been in homes. They'd have still been having their own businesses. We'd have been supporting them. And them crackers wouldn't be where they are today. They only where they are today because you gave them your money and you continuously feed them, continuously. I rode the other day in this $3 million neighborhood, right? And I looked and I said, these people got our money. They live in large with our money. And we don't even feel bad about it. We get a Chinese billions of dollars, billions every year. We used to dominate that industry. We used to dominate the pedicures. We dominated all that. The construction companies. Now you can't even get a job constructing. This is our fault, y'all. We have to be honest. And now look at you. Begging for scraps. Begging for scraps. I'm tired of begging. I don't know about y'all. I'm tired of begging. I'm tired of what I'm seeing. I'm waiting on y'all men to get it together. Because I can get a group of women, we can go at it. I'm just saying, I'm tired of waiting. I'm ready to see some action. I'll be out there with you. I'm just saying. We have to start somewhere. And we can't be afraid. We already talked about the Warriors. And I already know, Maurice. I already know, bro. Half of us we ain't gonna get out there. We gonna have to be like Gideon. We gonna have to be trust, just like those men trusted, and they knew that they could walk and take that from them lions. They didn't have no fear. Warriors don't have fear. You may have to do it by yourself. A few of y'all. Some of these black folk, they ain't coming. They're not coming. Now you're gonna have some that when they see you stepping out, you're gonna have a group that's gonna step out with you. But that other half, They ain't coming.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna have to take what you can, take who you can, take the ones that's ready, train up the ones that's ready to learn, and go into work. And I'm telling you, and then you're gonna have to have something that's gonna watch your back, because you're gonna have some black folk trying to get you. You're gonna have them coming up trying to fight for white folk. I didn't see that. Black folk trying to fight for white folk. What in the world? They need their heads chopped off when they do that. You chop their whole head off. Oh, you gonna take up for them? Here you go. Well, let me come after your lineage, because I will. In Cassie land. Because this don't make no sense. We got to always watch behind and see, you saying something, here they come. They're gonna send their dog, the dogs after you. They're gonna always come out. I got you, master. Girl, you just say I got her. You ain't got nothing. You a coon. Sit down before you get hurt. Because you're gonna approach the wrong one, the wrong warrior, and you're gonna get your behind handed to you. Because real warriors ain't gonna say nothing. They just gonna chop your head off. They ain't gonna say nothing. All that talking they doing with the police, that's too much talking. Real warriors,
too much talking.
They just got their weapon. You come close, they gonna swing it and chop it right on off. And step on your body, kick your head out the way, and keep moving and keep fighting. Seriously, they ain't got time for that talk. That's crap. Warriors don't talk much. They handle business. You look up, they there. You look up, they are there handling business. We have to get some courage. That should be your prayer every day. If you're a coward, God, give me some courage, please. Put the little lion on Wizard of Oz, please. Your ass need some courage. That should be your prayer every day. Give me courage.
Before we go, did you see the video? There's an island in the Caribbean where white people are going there. I think if I'm not mistaken, but anyway, the white folks are going there. They're buying their property, but they're turning the public beaches into private beaches. And the black people,
you gonna come to a Caribbean? How you gonna come to somebody's land and gonna take their land? How in the hell? See, you know what? I was doing good, and then you go again. I was doing good.
I'm telling you, no,
a black Caribbean anything. That president needs to be overthrown, and every white person on that beach needs to be drowned. How you gonna come up there and tell somebody take somebody's land?
Right, but the black people there are not marching, but they taking the land back and occupying what was. Oh shit! What is it?
Okay, then they better do something. Tell me they just gonna let somebody come on. You gonna let them come and take your? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. That don't make no sense. How you gonna come in my country on my beach that I grew up on and talk about this private property? How the hell you owning a beach?
But the black people there are not taking it. They're not taking it.
I hope not.
They're occupying that beach, and they're proud of their culture and their language. I'm like, okay. Here we go.
The government needs to be overthrown because the government allowing that. The government, they said the government is allowing that.
No.
That government needs to be overthrown.
Hear me out. The black people there are using the government against the white people who are trying to make that public beach their own, a private beach, and keeping niggas out. They said, no, you got to get the fuck up out of here. And they sold their houses, and they're not there no more. No.
Okay. I was going to say, you can't come. How you going to, that make it make sense?
I'm gonna send it to you on your WhatsApp, but check your WhatsApp.
Okay, you gotta make it make sense, because that type of stuff, that's what I'm talking about. See, Brother Maurice, that's what I'm talking about. You can't sit up there and come to my house and take over. That's not happening. And shame on you for allowing it. If you're allowing somebody to come to your house, just like we got some stuff getting ready to happen, right? You better be ready, because you're gonna have some fools that's gonna come. And when they step on your grass, you just take them out. Seriously. Nobody gonna come up and take nothing. I'm not even gonna let you knock at my door. You're not even gonna get that close. I'm just saying, in Cassie land. Okay? In Cassie land.
After you're done cell phone.
Enough is enough. And I rest my mic.
Exactly. All right, y'all know we over by 39 minutes, but I got one more video to show, and it's not going to be very long. So let me just show this. I think y'all will be edified from this video. I think it's wise to let our big warrior brother give some closing comments.
Yeah, I'm missing that dude right there. That's a real nigga.
And ham, green eggs, and ham. I am Sam. Damn. Black people put in slavery. They robbed us of our names, our language, our religion, our culture, our God, our folkways, our mores. Robbed us of the very power of our own being. No Jew on the face of the planet Earth can say that you were robbed of your name, your language, your religion, your culture, your God, your folkways, your mores, your norms. If you do, you're a damn liar.
I love him.
You make me sick.
Ooh, I love him. He need to be reincarnated. We need to bring him back.
One of the Holocaust victims. Dr. Jeffries is a Holocaust victim. My son Farrakhan is a Holocaust victim. Dr. Tony Martin is a Holocaust victim. Our brother, what's your name, brother? Brother who? Brother Jackson Bay is a Holocaust victim. Minister Sean is a Holocaust victim. God damn it, I'm looking at a whole audience full of Holocaust victims. All of you, you and you and you and you and you, all of you are Holocaust. Every last one of you is a Holocaust victim. No good, dirty, low-down bastard. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. See ya. See ya. And I wouldn't want to be ya. That's the way we have to be. You have to give these bastards hell, every last one of them. And there will come a time when we won't even allow you to come in the goddamn door. We'll run you out of here with your cameras and everything. We will run you down the streets of the cities of America.
No doubt. I love him. I love it.
Watch me.
Oh, that was old school. I tell you right there.
We look at them participating in the Black Holocaust in South Africa. A damn it, blood should be flying everywhere. And here's some cracker with a camera right in the middle of all of it. A body falling to his right, a body falling to his left, and this cracker's there with a camera. There'll come a time when we'll make you run off and leave these damn cameras. I don't care nothing about it. Your problem is you're too weak-hearted, you're too chicken-hearted. Some of us, not all, but some of us. I don't teach my baby about no Christmas addicts. Christmas addicts was the one who first to die in the American Revolution. The nigga should have died. I teach him about Nat Turner. I teach him
right, come on.
I teach him about Gabriel Prosser. I teach him about Toussaint Louverture. I teach him about Henrik Christoph. I teach him about Gasoline the Ferocious. I teach him about Will the Executor. I teach him about Bookman. I teach him about Nzinga. I teach him about Kandase. I teach him about Queen Ya Asante-Wa. I teach him about the warriors and the freedom fight. I teach my baby about Colin Ferguson, who caught the New York Railroad train just a few days ago. I'd say to each one of you, if you leave Colin Ferguson in that jail to be beat up by these crackers, and now it has come out by some of the black officers that this happens all the time, where they set black inmates up in these jails and penitentiaries, in particular there in Nassau County, and pulled all the black officers out and the black inmates so they could jump on Brother Colin Ferguson. because they were mad with him catching the Long Island train and killing all them white folks. I love Coleman Ferguson.
All right. We definitely appreciate everybody for staying with us for almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I do know and understand it's some of our bedtimes.
Yes.
But
thank you, sir. Thank you.
What time is it over there by you, Isaiah?
9:45.
Oh, okay, we got the same time. Okay.
Well, it is. I do go to bed about 10 o'clock.
Oh my goodness, Isaiah, go somewhere. Get out of here. You go to bed about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I ain't lying to you. I go to bed.
Oh my Lord, you about dead right now, huh?
I ain't gonna go to sleep. It just really depends. But I will lay down, and if I start closing my eyes, that's it. Oh man,
this has been an excellent program. I hope everybody who watched it live got something out of it. For those who will come and watch the replay, I pray that you get the strength that you need to be that warrior, to be on the point, to be for the liberation of our people, because that's the time that we're in. And it's you accepting your own and being yourself. Accepting your own and being yourself. So,
okay, can I say two more things?
Go ahead, brother. Say your two more things.
Okay. Stay black, and Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Praise be to Allah. All right. Well, I'm going to close this out a little different. First, I'm going to say a prayer that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we should say 7 times a day. And that prayer goes like this: I seek thy refuge in Allah from anxiety and grief. I seek thy refuge from lack of strength and laziness, from cowardice and niggardliness, from being overpowered by debt and the oppression of men. Sufficest thou me with what is lawful, and keep me away from what is prohibited, and with your grace make me free of want of what is beside you. And so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we should say that prayer 7 times a day, because having fear, being a coward, being lazy, these things are not of God. They are not of our nature, but these are the things that the white man has placed within us. And so we have to get that shit right out of us. So that's why we also say, you kill the nigga in you, I'm going to kill the nigga in me, and our God will reign supreme. We are black first, today, tomorrow, and forever. Love you, family. Peace and blessings.
Stay black.
Assalamu alaikum. Shalom.
Check your WhatsApp, baby. Check your WhatsApp.
And get it straight.
You're going to need some bridge work. It's simple as that. Because we're living in judgment. We're living in implementation.